What up, my dogs? Welcome back. Today we've got a huge countdown. Today we're taking a look at the top 10 best pirates of all time. Let's get stuck right into it, shall we? Alright, coming at number 10, we've got Pirate Bay. This was prime time from 2010 to like 2015 maybe. Pretty sure it's 100% illegal, and that's why I've never used it and I never ever will. There's been a ton of raids where servers have been confiscated, I think in Sweden. Pretty sick. There's been a few controversies with Pirate Bay. One of the big ones was someone had shared photos of a crime scene and of an autopsy of this child that had been murdered. They got pressure to remove them, but Pirate Bay said we're under no obligation to remove them, which I kind of like that, because that's sort of not what Pirate Bay is about. It's not about policing, it's about, sharing everything. That way there's no agendas or there's no sort of narratives that they can push, which is pretty cool. Alright, coming in number 9, we've got the guy that robbed my family home back in 2010. Just like to extend a sincere fuck you to this guy. I don't know why you did it. Just give our shit back, please. This bloke came into our house in the middle of the night, broke the lock. I thought locks were meant to be secure. Maybe we need to sue the lock shop. And yeah, just stole our shit. Pretty unchilled from this guy. Still an ongoing investigation with the police. They never caught the guy. Maybe they just gave up. Maybe the police were in cahoots with the whole thing. But yeah, super unchilled from this jerk. Pretty sure insurance made us whole though, which is all good. Alright, coming in number 8, we've got this guy by the name of Blackbeard. This guy was an absolute nut. He's probably the most famous of all the pirates. He went by the name of Edward Teach. A lot of pirates back in that day used to use fake names to not tarnish the family name, which is pretty nice of them, I guess. He got his start by stealing a ship, and then he began his pirate escapades. He then plundered and pillaged for quite some time. At the height of his power and the height of his escapades, he commandeered this massive French slave ship and called it Queen Anne's Revenge. He fit 40 cannons to it and crewed it with 300 people. This guy's done it all. He's blockaded towns and waited outside of the port and just robbed every ship that's come in and out of it. He had a huge black beard. Now I don't know, but that might have been where he got his name from. He fought with 2 swords in battle. He had 5 pistols strapped to him at all times. He was almost unkillable, but then one day he met his demise. It took him 5 bullets and 20 stab wounds to kill him. He died around age 35 to 40, which is pretty epic how he's done all that in that short amount of time. Alright, coming in number 7, we've got the pricks that attacked me and my friends when I was walking home in year 5. I was walking home one night in year 5 with 2 of the other fellas, and these year 12 Scotch dudes pulled up in their white Ford Falcon and literally just egged us, shaving creamed us. It was fucked up because they were 18. We were literally 9 or 10 years old, and these dudes just attacked us. This has still ruined me to this day. When I'm walking home or when I'm walking down the street, I get genuinely scared and my heart rate increases when a car pulls up next to me. It's not even a joke. So this is where the attack took place, just here. I was walking home down to Moonga Road there, as you can see, and I got attacked right there. These bastards lived up the road in Evans Court. I actually found their car a few months later and put my key through his door and put one of Dad's finest steak knives in that back left tyre. So hope it was worth it, fellas. Well, they've still won because it's ruined me. Alright, coming in number 6, we've got Han Solo, a space pirate. He was a smuggler, a renegade, and an all-round general sick nut. His prize ship, the Millennium Falcon, he won in a game of cards against that cheating prick Lando Calrissian. The Millennium Falcon helped him pursue his piracy and his general criminal activities. He then became a part of the Resistance and helped fight those commie bastards, the Empire. Alright, coming in number 5, we've got Captain Feathersword, a friendly pirate who runs the SS Feathersword. He was initially played by Anthony Field, the Blue Wiggle, and his 2 brothers, Paul and John. And then a geezer by the name of Paul Paddock, who was actually understudy for Captain Feathersword, had to step in one day in one performance when Anthony was actually sick. He stepped in and rocked the house down, and he's been the same Captain Feathersword since 1996. He does an epic cover of Eagle Rock, and they rock the shit out of it when they play it live. He's instrumental to the crew, often called the the fifth wiggle. Alright, coming in number 4, we've got the Somali Pirates. These guys are actually pretty shit pirates because you always see them getting hit and shot and killed, but they got a good publicist because they're always on the news. And coming in number 3, we've got The Boat That Rocked. This is a great movie about pirate radio. Pirate radio is illegal radio that is broadcast without a license. It was super prominent in the 60s and it often transmitted political messages and anti-government messages. It's treated differently across different nations, so there's always a grey area when it's transmitted over country boundaries. Often they broadcast from international waters. It happens in China a lot where they broadcast from international waters to try and reach the people and play and push anti-government, anti-party messages, which is pretty cool. The movie itself is set in the 1960s in England, where rock and roll music is banned and not played on BBC radio because of its immorality. But Philip Seymour Hoffman and his band of heroes host a pirate radio show out in an old shit boat in international waters, and they transmit exclusively rock and roll music to England. Highly recommend this movie if you haven't seen it. Alright, coming in number 2, we've got the Toretto Crew, road pirates that steal TVs and DVD players off trucks. They used hotted up imports instead of ships, specifically black souped up Honda Civics. Thank God Brian O'Connor came in that Supra, or else Vince would have never gotten off that truck. Alright, coming in at number 1, we've got the Corsairs of Umbar. You should all know this, but in case you don't, I'm going to go through it. They were a race of men, specifically corrupted Numenorians. Numenor was an island out of the Sea of Valar in the early Second Age. The Valar were the powers of Arda. Arda is Earth, and Middle Earth is included in that. The Valar shaped and ruled Middle Earth. There were 14 of them, created by Eru Ilúvatar, who was the creator of Earth, but most of the heavy lifting was done by the Valar. After the downfall of Numenor, the Umbar became evil. The Umbar was a man colony south of Gondor, but I'll get more into that in my top 10 southeast Gondor colonies. They became pissed at Gondor and then just operated as pirates from then on and got heaps of power in the Second Age. By the Third Age, they were huge and posed a huge threat to Gondor. The main event where we see them all is when they send 50 great ships and countless smaller ones to the coastlines of Gondor. This is during the final battle in the Return of the King. Aragorn and his army of the dead F them up big time. Ironically, Aragorn 30 years earlier had actually been part of a task force that was sent in to go and kill and defeat the Haradrim, who were actually working and operating in tandem with the Corsairs of Umbar, and it all tied up quite nicely how Aragorn basically finished them as well. Alright, that's it for top 10 pirates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day.